Hey y'all. I never thought that I would make another disclaimer like this because in the past I gave clear instruction to if you're sensitive to these types of things to it wouldn't be suitable to watch future episodes, but I feel that this one is a special case cuz we are going to be talking about a baby who was brutally murdered, um decapitated and stabbed. So, to all the parents and to all the people who are very sensitive to this types of cruelty, I would not advise you to watch this episode. But if if you want, you can go ahead. I put a little time skip to the 911 call that's going to be in this video, and this one's going to be a rough one, guys. So, I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned. Hey yo, welcome back, Mungos. It is I, D1.
And it's Moshi. I'm currently eating Taco Bell.
I am currently sick. I got back from my trip in one piece, except a little bit of my soul left because California was really fucking cool. Everyone there was really nice.
And I had to suffer a week.
It wasn't even a week, it was 5 days.
Literally a week, bro. Literally a week.
We got us a new co-host. I got this at, let me see the tag, Miniso. This is the thick, booty-cheeked corgi named Poop because I missed my real dog named Cooper, but we call him Poop. So this is Poop the corgi.
Oh my fucking god.
And he is squishy and I love him.
Well, I hope all of y'all fuckers and beautiful people I've been doing good. Like I said, Dion's been on a trip. I just been busy and shit, preparing for a big day tomorrow. We're gonna get fucked up tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. So yes, tomorrow is my birthday.
Wait, I think that song is copyright.
God damn it.
It's okay. I didn't say the other words. I said Moshi. I didn't say to you.
But yes, tomorrow is my birthday, aka Moshi Day, and I'm just gonna have a middle-aged dad party.
Yes.
Because why the fuck not? You know?
I already dressed like a middle-aged dad.
We got the bits, bro. We got them high freaking the tube socks, them khaki pants.
We got the Air Jerusalem 9000. We gonna walk on water.
And then most especially, we're gonna have the wife beaters, bro. Them sport glasses. If you don't have them, you can't come in. Anyways, today we're gonna cut that shit out.
Okay.
Today, fuck, cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. Today, we're gonna be talking about this super fucking gruesome murder. It really doesn't have a name. It's just, I would just call it the De'Asia Watkins case. This bitch right here, her name is De'Asia Watkins. She was 22 because this happened in March 15th or 25th, 2015. She was 22 at the time, and she lived in College Hill, Cincinnati, Ohio. And the victim was her 3-month-old daughter, Jayniah Watkins. What she did to the baby, she decapitated the baby. She brutally murdered the baby in her aunt's kitchen counter. She currently is in jail right now. She got 15 years to life in prison with no parole. whenever I heard this case, and after I'm finished talking, or like during the whole thing, we're gonna put the 911 call, and it just breaks my heart just to fucking hear the grandma, not the aunt, just like scream shit like that. Like, it's fucking crazy. Since y'all know, I'm too fucking tired and fucking lazy to write a script. So I'm gonna just be reading an article from Cincinnati.com.
You should bring your mic a little closer.
Like that?
Okay.
Like that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. So, De'Asia Watkins went through hell long before she claimed to speak to demons.
Excuse me.
The young mother was charged last week with beheading her baby after suffering from psychosis so severe she heard demonic voices. Yet for much of her early life, court records show Watkins was the child who was in danger. Born to a mentally ill mother and absent father, Watkins bounced from home to home for years, enduring neglect that was severe enough to get attention of the authorities. So, her mom was mentally ill, and her dad was just really, like, abusive, right? Just really fucking abusive, wasn't there for her mom or her. And, like, the first years of her life, she lived in conditions that were unfit for children. She was routinely left alone or in the care of strangers in a dirty College Hill apartment. College Hill is in Ohio. She didn't have enough food or clothing. She was verbally abused and neglected. And her mom also had mental issues. She drank a lot of alcohol and she did a fuck ton of drugs. So, like, anyways, what I said was not just trying to defend her. I'm not trying to defend her like, oh, she just mental illness. No. Like, everyone has a mental illness, right?
Yeah.
But to the point you decapitate your own daughter? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, sure, poor her. Like, I feel bad for her. Like, she grew up in a horrible fucking place while it was a childhood, right? Maybe that's the reason why she acted the way she acted, why she has all these type of problems. But it's just unjustifiable what she did. It's just absolutely fucking horrible. On the record show, a teenager was raped in the family apartment while babysitting Watkins and her older brother. Quote, "There are reasonable grounds to believe the children are in immediate danger," end quote. A prosecutor wrote in 1988 when Watkins was 3 years old. For the next 10 years, Watkins became part of a juvenile court proceeding that would involve dozens of hearings, countless of reports from therapists and social workers, and stints in at least 5 different homes, including an emergency shelter for kids. Her father, Terrence Watkins, was imprisoned for at least part of Watkins' childhood and was absent for the rest of it, records show. Her mother, Tina Johnson, was diagnosed with depression, mild mental retardation, and schizoaffective disorder, a condition in which a person suffers from hallucinations and other symptoms familiar to schizophrenia. Quote, "Tina Johnson shows significant deficiencies with respect to parenting and intellectual functioning," end quote, a psychiatrist wrote in 1997. The dysfunction in the home took a toll. Watkins suffered from grief and abandonment issues, according to her therapist, and barely spoke for the first 4 years of her life. She has no vocabulary, a social worker said at the time. Mother was absent but wouldn't let go. Even when others tried to step in and care for Watkins, records show, her mother argued that she would retain custody and went to court repeatedly demanding her daughter to return home. Juvenile court magistrates took custody of Watkins and her brother in 1998 because the two children had different fathers. Each went to live temporarily with a different relative in Cincinnati. For a little while, Watkins' home life improved and social workers believed she was happy and cared for. But the aunt who was acting as her temporary guardian said personal problems made it impossible for her to continue to do so. When the aunt gave up custody, a family friend in Westwood agreed to take Watkins. She was 5 years old. Barbara Owens, who raised 10 children of her own, said Tuesday that she thought she could have given Watkins a stable home. Plus, she had a lot of grandchildren she could play with. Owens said Watkins was smart and seemed like a normal child in many ways, but she said through her tough childhood weighed on her. Quote, De'Asia probably was going through a hard times, end quote, Owens said Tuesday. Quote, you could tell that she was holding stuff in, end quote. Watkins' therapist reached a similar conclusion, records show, and expressed concerns that the girl might have been sexually abused by someone outside Owens' home. She recommended halting overnight visits with relatives. No charges were filed, but the therapist described sexual behaviors consistent with abuse and said Watkins shuts down when asked about it. By late 2002, social workers concluded that Watkins was thriving with Owens, who provided, quote, a caring and nurturing environment for the child, end quote. Watkins, though, continued to ask about her mother, even during long absences. Quote, do you think she thinks of me? End quote, she asked her therapist during one session. A few years later, in 2005, Watkins' mother jumped back into the picture. She was petitioned the court to regain custody of her children and accused Owens of neglecting her daughter. Quote, I can take care of my children now, end quote, Johnson wrote. Quote, I got myself together and I miss my children very much. I want to see them. I want them to come home, end quote. Johnson, who could not be reached for a comment, had a lot to overcome. She had repeatedly failed to do what the court has asked her to do before losing custody, including dropping out of the drug treatment, missing appointments for supervised visits, not paying her bills, and skipping her daughter's therapy sessions with a counselor. On the day of her custody hearing, Johnson didn't show. She explained her absence in a written plea to the magistrate. Quote, I'm a good mother. I love my children with all my heart, end quote. She wrote, quote, I missed the bus, so I had to wait for the next one, and that was an hour wait, end quote. Johnson kept up her court fight even after her complaint against Owens was dismissed and continued to see her daughter during supervised visits. Social workers' reports suggest Johnson sometimes put her own interests ahead of her daughter's. In one case, Watkins' therapist asked her mother to charge her visitation schedule so Watkins could join the Big Sister program. Johnson refused. Quote, no one thinks about my needs, end quote. Johnson told the therapist, quote, they think about her needs, quote. So do you see how her mother desperately trying to say, I'm a good mother, right?
But she doesn't, she's not putting in the work.
She wasn't putting in the fucking work.
Like, you could say that, like, oh, I will be good, but it doesn't fucking matter until you actually show that you're putting in the work.
Mm-hmm. And that quote I just read makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
She said, no one thinks about my needs.
What
They
about
think
your
about
kids' needs?
her needs.
Yeah. Like, what about your kids' needs? Your kids needed you more, but yet you showed time and time again that you failed them. You failed them miserably.
And like, girl, the therapist is your daughter's therapist, not yours, girl. You had so many chances to get better, but you didn't. So that's all your fucking fault.
For real.
Anyways. The girl's constant struggle left her torn in two. The therapist reports to the court say that the constant turmoil was hard on Watkins. Her grades in school started to suffer and she struggled with her loyalty to her moms and Owens. De'Asia feels torn in two. a social worker wrote in 2006. A year later, records show Owens gave up custody, saying the constant harassment by Watkins' biological parents' relatives was too much. She says she called the girl's social worker, who took her to the Lighthouse shelter. Watkins was 12 years old and without a home again. Another relative, Michelle Johnson, stepped in and took temporary custody of Watkins. Michelle Johnson could not be reached Tuesday and is only described in court's records as a relative. Social workers say that she was provided a good home for Watkins in West Price Hill, Cincinnati, but Watkins' mother went back to the courtroom once again to demand custody. Her custody claim was dismissed for the last time in December 2008 when she failed to show up for her court hearing.
Did you miss the bus again? Did you miss the bus? That's an excellent question. Did you miss the bus again?
Did you miss the bus again, girl? God damn.
Like, there's only so many times you can use that excuse, but did you miss the bus?
Oh my fucking god, Dion. The juvenile court record ends there, when Watkins was 14. Watkins' next contact with the court system came in March 16. Oh, it was 16. When police found her in bed, covered in blood. Her 3-month-old daughter, Jayniah Watkins, was dead on a kitchen counter. She was stabbed at least 15 times and then decapitated. Prosecutors said she suffered from severe postpartum psychosis. The baby's father told authorities that she was been, quote, acting crazy and talking to demons. Owens, so being the old people that used to take care of Watkins, said that she was stunned by the news. She hadn't kept in touch with Watkins, but several of her grandchildren had. She said one of her granddaughters ran into Watkins on a bus about a year ago. The Owens said that they spent some time catching up and talked about having kids someday. Her grandmother said Watkins was enthusiastic about the possibility of becoming a mom. Quote, I want to have a baby so I could give her all the love I've never had, end quote.
Wow.
Well, that one a fucking shit.
Yeah, for real.
That one a fucking shit.
I understand, like, postpartum depression, but it takes a strong person not to, like, cave in. Like, she obviously wasn't mentally strong enough to... But that went way too far. Like, to decapitate your baby and stab it, you said 15 times?
50, okay, so this is another, before Dion finishes saying what she needs to say, this is another article. So, like, according to the Hamilton County Coroner, some Marcos report the infant sustained multiple stab wounds to the right side of her face and her head. And her head, quote, was severed from her body, end quote. When asked how many stab wounds Jayniah sustained, De'Asia said she lost count.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Like, no. I'm like, for reals, I'm like about to start crying, okay? I'm about to start fucking crying. Like, for reals. That shit is absolutely unacceptable.
No, it's not.
What the fuck is the poor baby gonna do? The baby was 3 months old. It couldn't even fight. You know what's the worst thing? After she finished killing the baby, she put the knife in the baby's hand. And left it there. Just left it there and she went back to sleep.
That makes no sense. I'm so disgusted. Like, I know she wasn't in her right mind, but who in their right mind would just do that and be like, okay, the baby did it?
Dead ass, bro.
Like how would a baby stab itself 1,000,000 times and cut its own head off? That doesn't make a sound. It doesn't.
That's just sad, bro. Like, the other reason why, like, normally I wouldn't be like this, right? Like, yeah, I'd just be, like, straightforward, just telling. But what happened a few days ago with that freaking shooting in Texas, bro? That kind of fucking fucked me up. That really fucked me up, bro. We need to protect our fucking kids, bro. That's why this messed me up bad. Like, I know I always say that, like, it's probably whenever I'm finishing talking about cases, I'm like, this is probably one of the worst ones. This
takes the cake.
This one's, I mean, there's probably worse. But
Probably.
for now, this one takes the fucking cake.
It takes the icing and the cherry on top.
It takes the fucking cake. Sure, like, the Junko Furuta one was fucking gruesome, horrible, right?
But this was I don't want to, like, compare it, but this is a fucking baby. It couldn't scream out for help. It couldn't defend itself. It was a baby.
3 months old.
Probably didn't even open its eyes yet.
Probably.
Well, probably.
3 months old is still fucking young as shit.
Yeah.
So... What a dumb bitch. What a dumb fucking bitch.
Like, this is, like, a little close because I have a nephew. He's he turned 8 months old.
He's very cute.
He's a cute little baby. We sometimes say he looks like an old man because his, like, smile and stuff. But I just, like, can't even imagine. I can't even.
Dude.
That, like, it hurts me. I don't want children of my own because I know that I'm not going to take care of them. I have my own mental issues. I'm not going to say I'm going to act like this bitch. But, like, for my sanity, I'm not going to have children.
Well, I mean, it's okay not even to have children because, like, Dion's like, child, no, right?
I can't even take care of myself, let alone a fucking baby.
I have my own thing of mental issues, but good thing I'm getting a lot better. And to be honest, I would have kids. But at the same time I think about it, I'm like, I would not want to have kids either because I would not, like, what if something like this happens? Some random fucking bitch just comes and kills my kid. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Or, like,
I'm just gonna be there fucking grieving.
Or some fucking dumb fuck comes in and shoots up the school. Then what? Because I don't want to bring a kid into this world knowing that shit is gonna inevitably happen. Because it's happened to us. Like, no one's died, but we had many school shootings. We had bomb threats.
God, we had bomb threats, school shooting. We had
thought
some bitches bring pepper spraying tasers to fights.
Yeah. Like, my sophomore year, I thought I was gonna die. I thought that was it. Like, I was, like, thinking about my future. I'm like, I'm not gonna have a future anymore because I'm gonna die to some fuckhead who's, like, for what? They got mad? They got severely bullied? Like, what the fuck am I... What does that have to do with me?
For real.
I didn't do anything. I'm a great fucking person. I think I'm a nice person. I'm nice to everyone. I'm nice to you if you're nice to me. But... And then I'm gonna suffer the consequences. And then my kid.
We were just kids.
We were just kids.
What were we, 15?
Yeah, we were 15.
This is gonna be off topic from the case we're talking about. But, like, seriously, that whole entire school shooting thing kind of fucked me up, and it's like my heart goes out for everyone. I saw on TikTok that there was this grandpa waiting all day to see his granddaughter, and just for him to be like, well, I guess I'll probably go to the hospital to see if she's there. He was there just so they could tell him that his granddaughter died. Waiting the whole entire day. Oh, God.
Yeah, like I said, that's another reason why I don't want to bring a fucking kid in. Because it's gonna happen.
Well,
because our fucking government is a bunch of fuckheads.
True.
They don't want to do it. They don't want to put the work in. They don't want to do anything about it.
True.
They just want to let kids die, keep their fucking shiny guns, and that's it. I understand protection for guns. I really do. I understand. But putting them in the wrong hands...
No background checks, no mental checks, nothing.
Yeah, but putting them in the wrong...
Here you go, bro.
Yeah, I could go right now and buy a rifle, but I can't buy a handgun until I'm 21. How much fucking sense does that make?
We can't buy cigarettes, we can't buy alcohol, but we can buy shotguns, rifles. We could
go into the military and we can get that tiny little handgun if we wanted to. We'll be trained. But mentally, will we be trained? No.
For reals. Also, this is another, like, I know we're just ranting at this point, but we're spewing off and shit. But please.
Because we're angry.
Please. check on people's mental health, man.
Check up on them. Even if you think they're quiet and you think they're nice, they're not. Sometimes.
Everyone, that being your grandpa, fucking, like, a civilian, especially people in the fucking military, everyone, bro. Check for everyone, especially, like, what we're reading now. This woman was, like, fucked in the fucking head, like, bad. We don't know if she, like, purposely got pregnant with the kid or something happened to her, or she, like, unfortunately got raped or something like that, right?
Because we don't know. We don't know for sure.
We don't know for sure. I feel like it's gonna be kind of but I feel like if you're not mentally stable, you shouldn't have kids.
Yeah.
You should not have fucking kids. You should not have kids. Because you could probably tell yourself, yeah, I'm gonna treat my kid like differently, like not because my parents treated me like shit. I'm gonna treat them like how I wanted to be treated.
That was my mental stability back then, because I was thinking, like, because I was treated terribly as a child, and I was like, I'm gonna bring a kid into this world, I'm gonna treat him right. But then I grew up and I was like, I can't. I want to treat my kid right, but I can't have a kid because I'm not well. I'm not well.
And since if you were grown up in a really harsh environment, you say that you're gonna treat your kid differently. Probably you will. Like, I'm not saying that it's gonna be bound to happen. You probably have that mindset. You do actually treat your kid really well and stuff like that. But who raised you? Your parents. Who gave you that mentality? If you have, like, the kind of a mentality of your parents.
Yeah, you know parents. What they say. You know what they say. Old habits die hard.
And going back to the case, that probably happened to this girl, this fucking woman. She said, like, how she said that she's gonna treat her daughter or baby better than what her parents treated her. Look what happened.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the case. Quote, it was a very gruesome, very emotional situation, end quote, a defense attorney, Perry Ancona, said. Quote, emotional for the family that was there, emotional for her, and it was just devastating, end quote. Quote, this is one of the most grotesque crime scenes I've seen in the 30 years I've been an assistant prosecutor, end quote, said Dave Brem. Quote, it's an unbelievable act, end quote. Watkins rejected a plea deal last November. She wanted to go to trial with an insanity plea. However, her attorneys, Ancona and Norm Albin, said that there were conflicting reports from doctors on whether she had a mental illness. Quote, there's an enormous amount of evidence that demonstrated the defendant appreciated the wrongfulness of her conduct, Prosecutor Prem said. Both attorneys, though, are hopeful for Watkins' future. She was sentenced to 15 years to life. With credit for time served, she will be eligible in parole for 13 years. Well, the thing I read, the thing I read said that she wasn't eligible, but it's whatever. When the trial began, April 2015, a judge ordered that Watkins undergo treatment and postpone her next court case date in 6 months. She was found competent to stand trial in September 2015. During multiple court appearances, Watkins seen exhibiting blank stares with little discernible reaction to her surroundings. Watkins' attorney argued that she had no idea what was going around her. When Jayniah was born, Watkins was placed on a 72-hour psychiatric hold at Deaconess Hospital. Court records documenting Jayniah's case indicate that it was around this time when Watkins was diagnosed with postpartum psychosis, a condition characterized by the onset of psychotic behavior following childbirth. Doctors prescribed Watkins an antipsychotic medication called Risperdal as treatment, but it was unclear whether she was actually taken. So, as a person that used to take antipsychotics, Risperdal, they were gonna give it to me, but I said no. So I was on this thing called quetiapine. Let me tell you, it fucks your shit up. it fucks your shit up. Everybody's different, but for me, it just like made me fucking angry, sad. It would just be left and right. I didn't know what feeling I felt, and I would just pop off a lot. Instead of helping me, it just made me worse. So, as they said, it was unclear whether she actually took it, since like they were like, oh yeah, she was still crazy, right? Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. Like I said, all bodies are different. Everyone has different reactions to stuff. Cincinnati police officers responded to the homes of Watkins' aunt in the 5900 block of Waldway Lane and found the 3-month-old dead inside. Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dedders said that the baby's body was found in the kitchen counter by a 5-year-old relative who was dropped off to wait for his bus at school. The knife used on the baby was found placed in the baby's hands. This is one of the most disturbing cases I've ever seen in my life, the prosecutor said. So at this time, court records show that the March incident wasn't the first time authorities visited Watkins. In fact, Jayniah was removed from Watkins' care due to neglect. According to a Hamilton County juvenile court complaint, police were called to Watkins' apartment in Cheviot about 3 months before her daughter's death, after complaints of screaming. When officers arrived, they said Watkins was high on marijuana and speaking in tongues, according to a police report. Officers said that they had to forcibly remove the infant from Watkins' arms because she refused to let go. After that, Jayniah was placed in the custody of Job and Family Services after a complaint filed by the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office. Job and Family Services later placed the child with Watkins' aunt, who permitted Watkins to come live with her 1 week prior to the infant's death, Dedders said. Dedders said Job and Family Service workers did their job. Social workers visited the home 3 days before Jayniah was killed. The bottom line, no one has the resources to monitor a mother and her neglected child 24/7. So right now, Dion's gonna put the clip, it's just a 911 call of De'Asia's aunt calling 911 for the police. And later you'll hear her cousin, he doesn't have a name, I didn't hear a name, just trying to explain everything. It was actually his 5-year-old son who found the baby. And, like, could you just imagine?
At 5 years old.
And in the 911 call, he literally says, like, I'm not trying to find her because if I find her, I'm not gonna have a baby cousin anymore.
Thanks so much to be here, Robert.
Sunshine, I want to address of your emergency.
Somebody please send the police. My niece
Okay,
killed
ma'am.
her baby. Please.
What is the address?
5957 Wildway.
Okay, ma'am.
Lord, help me.
Ma'am, who were you just you were just talking to somebody. Who were you just talking to?
My son, he came over here, he found that I was asleep. And he let his kids in to go to school because they go from my house. And he seen the baby on my oh my God, help me.
Ma'am, listen to me. I need you to stop crying, okay? Stop crying.
Oh,
I need you to take a deep breath and tell me what happened.
Ma'am, please send the police right away.
Ma'am, you weren't crying but I heard you talking to him. You were fine. And then when I picked up, you started crying. I need you to tell me what's going on.
Ma'am, I am crying. I was outside screaming.
What happened?
But he keeps telling me to calm down. I don't
What
know
happened?
All I know is my son came in here and woke me up and said, Mama, the baby's dead. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Lord, I'm going to jail because she killed this baby. Oh, God.
Okay, why are you saying she killed the baby?
Because the baby is in the room. Here, talk to my son, brother. Come to I can't talk to
How
him.
old is the baby?
The baby is 3 months. Oh, my God, I'm going to jail.
Hello?
What happened?
Police. I don't know. This house is big. I don't know where my little cousin is. So can you please...
Where is the 3-month-old baby?
The baby, lady. The baby is on my mama's kitchen counter with his head smashed. Now I need you to please send me...
Okay, is it a male or female?
I don't know where my little cousin is at. Now if a little girl pop up with a weapon, I'm not going to have a little cousin no more. So can you please... I know it's hard to talk. Can you please just send the police?
Okay, I need to know what happened to the baby.
I don't know what happened to the baby. I came into the house. She told me. Came into the house. The baby was on the counter. My mom was in the bed asleep. I woke my mom up and we calling you. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. I have a little cousin. She was here. I don't know.
Okay. Listen to me.
Look,
Is the baby breathing?
listen, lady. The baby is deceased.
Okay. All right, we're setting the police and an ambulance, okay?
Mama.
What is your name, sir?
Mama. Shush. Hello.
What is your name?
I'm Robert Stewart.
And who is the mother of the child?
Huh?
Who is the mother?
De'Asia. What is De'Asia's last name? Watkins.
Is she there right now?
No, I don't know where she's at. That's the problem. I don't know where this little girl is at. I don't even know if she's in this house. It's a big house, lady. Please. I don't want to look for her. I don't want to look for her. So if you please send the police.
Listen to me, sir. We already have the run started, okay?
All right.
So no one has any idea what happened to the child.
Listen, lady. I cannot explain to you what happened because I do not know. Nobody knows. It happened sometime in the middle of the night.
Okay. What do you see when you look at the child?
My children, look, lady. I don't want to describe the scene. This screen is very, very bad. All right. The little baby head is open, like open. I'm not going in there to touch nothing because I don't want to mess nothing up. I'm not going in there to look because I already seen it. But it's very violent. It's a very violent scene. All right. It's very violent.
All right, sir.
Very
We have
violent.
police and fire department responding out.
All right. I got to go back to the car because my kids is outside. I don't know where this girl is at. Now, Ma, I need you to either go lock yourself in here or I'm finna go, because I got to go out here with them. Then come outside, Ma. You got to pick, because I got to be out there with them. My kids are scared. I'm not looking nowhere, because if I see her, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, Mommy, I'm ready to die. I'm not gonna die. You're not gonna die. Quit saying that. Mama, come on. I don't care about anything right now. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. Miss Stewart.
Yes, can I call my aunt, please?
Okay, can I speak to your mom?
Mom, the lady want to talk to you.
Hello.
Okay, ma'am, listen to me, okay? We have help on the way. What do you think happened? What do you think happened? What happened to the baby?
I don't know. My son wouldn't let me go. He just, I don't know. I had my knees. Oh my God, I would
You said
die.
something about your daughter killing
My
your baby?
knees, I want to call my daughter. I'm scared.
Okay, so no one can tell me what happened?
No, my knees is scared. Oh my God.
All right, ma'am, we have help on the way, okay?
I'm so scared. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Oh my God, they're gonna put me in jail. They're gonna please hurry up. Oh my God. Oh my God. What am I gonna do? Oh my God. What was in my house? What was he doing in my house? Oh my God, ma'am.
Oh my God.
They're on their way, okay?
So, you could hear in the 911 call that De'Asia's she's like, I'm going to jail, right? Because she's like, the reason, I'm guessing she was like, I'm going to jail because, like, the baby was under her care and stuff like that, and she let it happen. Well, like, and she knew that De'Asia wasn't supposed to, like, have her child in custody and stuff. So that happened, and the 911 operator was a fucking bitch. I don't like her. She's a fucking slut. And, like, just fucking hearing her cousin saying, like, man, like, if I go look after her, I ain't gonna have another little cousin anymore. Because it was actually his son who found Jayniah. And that's just, like, fucking messed up.
Yeah. I'm gonna, before this video starts, I haven't done this in a while, but I will put up a disclaimer because this is just too much. Like, this is too much. Like, what if, like, a mom is hearing this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't want the moms to, if they want to listen, they can, but I'm gonna put a disclaimer over this video.
I'm still munching. Sorry, guys. Any notes, Gian? Any end notes?
I don't have anything to say because this is just too much. I'm caressing Mr. Poop for comfort.
Jesus fucking man.
Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Hell no, bro. I'm pissed off. What a dumb bitch. Literally, fucking mad as fuck.
I know.
The dumbest fucking shit ever. The dumbest fucking shit ever. That shouldn't have fucking happened in the first place.
It shouldn't. Like, since her mom had a mental illness, like, it's gonna run in the family. I'm not gonna say it was bound to happen, but when you have a mental illness in the family, shit's about to go down. Everybody knows that.
For reals. The baby should have been like 7 or 8. But she was still alive.
Yeah.
Just hearing like children die just fucking hits different. Like, sure, it fucking sucks whenever like a person dies, like an adult dies. But when like children and young people, like hella young people, like let's say 16 below, plus, whenever they end up dying or something like that, it's just sad. Because they have their whole entire fucking life in front of them.
And then it was just stripped away in a blink of an eye.
For reals. Hell no. This is gonna be another thing. Y'all won't believe the amount of fucking cases where there's like moms saying that they have a mental illness, then proceed to fucking kill their children in the most brutal way possible. Like, there's another case where this woman saying that a demon told her to put her 2-month-old son in a fucking microwave, and she fucking left the baby in the microwave for fucking 3 minutes.
No.
And it's not one case, girl. It's been multiple fucking cases. Like, I'm not trying to make a joke out of it, but like, what's up with fucking crazy bitches in microwaves, bro? Like, why? Why do you need to fucking do that? Why? Like, ugh. Fucking makes me sick.
It makes me
I don't even want to
disgusting.
eat my Crunchwrap Supreme anymore, man. Still eat it. Still fucking eat it. But, yeah, man. I don't got anything else, bro. Besides, here's a shout out for that fool that works at fucking Taco Bell that I asked for Diablo sauce, and I'll be like, don't be shy. Don't be shy with the sauce. And he gave me a bag full of it. Like, one of those big ass fucking bags full of it. God
Bag
bless your
alert,
soul.
major bag alert.
Jesus Christ, am I gonna shit my pants later? No. You know why? Because I got a fucking stomach that can what's it called?
A stomach of steel.
Yeah, that can fucking disintegrate nails.
Oh my god.
But
Katniss who?
but if I drink coffee, it's over for me, bro. It's over. It's over.
Oh my god, Alexia.
But yeah. Thank you guys. Fuck, voice crack. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Let us know what other cases y'all want us to do, because I see you motherfuckers watching this shit. Y'all don't fucking comment shit. Y'all ain't comment anything. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You can't look at me, but I'm looking at you. I fucking see you, bro. I see you. You better fucking comment, or I will go to your house and eat your toenails.
Well, that's all we have for you guys this week. Go outside and take a breather if you're feeling stressed right now.
For real, bro.
Check up on your friends. Check up on all your bitches
Bro,
that you
check
know.
up on your dog, bro.
Yeah, I got my poop right here. He not real, but he real to me. Maybe this is some Toy Story shit and he just wakes up.
Jesus Christ. Also, this is the last podcast I'm recording with being 18. Holy fuck.
Don't cry, Alexia.
I hate being old. I don't want to age, man.
We're just 19. We're not even
Old
old.
as fuck.
No, when we're 20, that's when our lives are over.
True. Not COVID, just 19. That's gonna be my Instagram caption.
Oh,
Y'all better
no.
fucking laugh.
No!
But yeah, guys, I hope you liked this episode.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Y'all can
Smash that like button in the
Bitch,
face.
Shut the fuck up. What are you gonna do? Bro fist. Yes.
Alright, well, that's it for you all. See y'all next time.
Bye,
Peace.
bitches.
Bye, bitches. Peace out.